Little People Big World celeb Matt Roloff recently shared that he was on the move once again. So what does Matt have going on based on the most recent updates, and what did he have to say? Recently, when it comes to Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler, the pair have been the subject of recent split speculation. Since Little People Big World was canceled by TLC after season 25, many watchers have been wondering about Matt and Caryn's current status as a couple. One big clue pointing to there being trouble in paradise for these two has been the fact that despite Matt Roloff popping the question in previous scenes, these two have yet to make an official with a wedding ceremony. Initially, there were plans for these two to have a Hawaiian wedding. However, those plans were put on hold indefinitely so that Matt could focus on taking care of his mother. With Little People Big World canceled and not coming back for another season, the only way that fans can keep in touch with updates from Matt Roloff and others is to keep up with what they share on social media. One of the clues that added fuel to the split chatter between Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler is the fact that these two regularly spend time apart. During the recent Valentine's Day, Matt was on Roloff Farms, while Caryn was back in Arizona. And the fact that they were apart during this annual couple holiday kickstarted the chatter that they were potentially going through a rough patch. In response to this recent round of split chatter, Matt Roloff broke his silence in a big way, sharing a photo dump with Caryn Chandler out to dinner. So from the looks of it, all is well for these two and their relationship. It turns out Matt Roloff recently shared his latest life update, and based on this recent social media update, Matt told his many Little People Big World followers that he was always on the move. This time around, Matt Roloff included updates with Caryn Chandler on a plane, and based on the second pic of the destination, it looks like Matt traveled with Caryn back to Arizona. So it certainly looks like these two are continuing to squash all of the recent split speculation. In response to this recent update back in Arizona, one commenter said, "So happy to see you both. Post more Matt." A second commenter chimed in, adding, "Good to see you guys. Are you married yet?" A third person said, "I'm so glad to see you two are still together. Too many speculations that you guys have split. Have a wonderful time on your trip." What do you think of this latest update from Matt Roloff? The TV personality opened up about his concerns with getting married in the latest episode of Little People, Big World. Little People, Big World star Matt Roloff is looking forward to spending the rest of his life with fiancée Caryn Chandler, but the couple may be reconsidering actually tying the knot. In the latest episode of the hit TLC series, Matt, 62, opened up to his friends, including his ex-wife Amy's husband Chris Marek, about how he's feeling petrified of getting married again. Although he said that doesn't see himself with anybody other than Caryn, the reality star explained that he's worried their relationship could change after they walk down the aisle. While spending a night kicking back at his log cabin, Matt admitted that he's feeling petrified about getting married when his friend Tay noted that he seemed scared about it. The reality star shared that he and his fiancée, who he proposed to in April of last year, have talked about feeling afraid that their dynamic could change, especially because it's working so well right now. Matt said, "We have the whole, don't fix what's not broke. We got that whole thing going." He continued, "Not that anything we have against the institution of marriage, we both like it and have been married. But do we need to do that exactly?" The Roloff Farms owner explained that, at this point, he and Caryn are simply taking their engagement day by day. "We're not doing anything off the table," the TV personality told his friends. "When we talk about it, we always say, we'll talk about it again in a couple weeks or months or whatever." To reassure his buddy who he's gotten closer with in recent years, Chris spoke candidly about how he experienced similar feelings before he and Amy were wed in 2021. "I was concerned about that too," he revealed. "And it's not like I felt like I had to get married. But I have heard so many stories from other couples that were together for a long time, and as soon as they got married, the relationship changed. Fortunately, that didn't happen," the real estate agent continued. "If anything, it became easier." In a confessional, The LPBW star opened up about how he and Caryn saw securing their Arizona property as testing the waters in the next phase of their relationship. We did talk about once the house is real, then we would revisit our wedding plans. So we're starting that process of, hey, does this change anything? He revealed. We're both going, not necessarily, other than you might sell your house and move in. Matt added, we very much respect and appreciate the concept of marriage and the principles behind it, and we're weighing all of our options. People exclusively revealed that Matt and Caryn were engaged after 6 years of dating in April of last year. After 6 wonderful years together, I asked Caryn to marry me, and she said yes, the reality TV star said at the time. Our plan is to enjoy our engagement, and we are looking forward to a simple but elegant wedding in 2024. The couple originally met because Caryn was previously an employee at Roloff Farms. Matt has since expressed how excited he is about his engagement. In the caption of an Instagram post in May, he wrote he had mostly been making TV shows and mostly just enjoying my engagement and time with Caryn. In an additional comment on the post, the entrepreneur told his fans, "You all kept telling me to put a ring on her," adding, "So I did." Matt was previously married to Amy, his co-star on LPBW, for 28 years until the two divorced in 2015. The recently engaged couple butted heads as they designed their brand new Oregon farmhouse in the latest episode of Little People, Big World. Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler aren't seeing eye to eye at their new home. During Tuesday night's episode of Little People, Big World, Roloff and his fiancée repeatedly butted heads as they tried to make some big decisions about the interior design. After revealing in last week's season 25 premiere that he had decided to leave the family's beloved Oregon farm to his ex-wife Amy, Matt and Chandler dive in head first on decorating their new home, working with an interior designer to help bridge the gap in their tastes. But the couple, who have been in a relationship together since 2017, still clashed after Chandler argued that because they aren't married yet, their new home is still her fiancé's house that they're simply sharing. "I want this to be our house," Matt said in an on-camera interview, before Chandler jumped in, saying, "Well, I appreciate that, but it's still always going to be your house that we're gonna share." Despite interjections from her fiancé, Chandler continued, "I do look at it that way. We're not married. This is Matt's house that I happen to cohabitate in. We've heard that building homes, construction, remodels, can cause divorces," Matt conceded, before adding, "We don't have to worry about that." Even making design decisions like flooring proved to be difficult for the pair. After joking about who wanted and who didn't want a barn would look for their new home, the pair also discussed just how different their new home should be compared to the Roloff family farmhouse. "So it's not a barn. You don't want to try to make it look like a barn," Chandler said, before Matt interjected, "Why not?" Trying to come up with a compromise, Roloff proposed a solution combat their different design tastes. "This is the way we're gonna do it from now on," he said. "Find a product that I like, you tell me where you don't want it, and whatever's left is where I'll put it." Playfully putting her partner's idea into practice, Chandler asked if one piece of flooring was something he liked. "You want to know where I want it?" she asked, before pointedly answering, "Nowhere." In last week's episode, Matt caused some controversy in the family when he revealed to Amy that he would be leaving their Oregon farm to her in the event of his death, rather than to any of their 4 children, twins Zach and Jeremy, daughter Molly, and son Jacob. Appearing shocked, Amy said in an interview that the decision was crazy. "I don't even know how to comment on that," she said, shaking her head as her husband Chris Merrick looked on, silent and appearing dumbfounded. Matt's decision comes amid growing tension between him and his children. In the season 25 trailer, he acknowledged that he doesn't see some of them very often. "We don't see Zach and Tori that often," he said of his son and daughter-in-law, who have 3 children of their own. "I think they must have made some sort of pact that they don't want to come to the farm." The Little People, Big World star says her relationship with her ex-husband and his fiancée has evolved. Little people, big worlds. Roloffs are adjusting to life as an ever-expanding blended family. While Amy Roloff admits she and her ex-husband Matt Roloff's fiancée, Caryn Chandler, are unlikely to be BFFs. She says they do their best to be friendly. "We're cordial, we're respectful," Amy told Us Weekly about Chandler. The women knew each other for years prior to the romance between Matt and Caryn, who has worked at the Roloff family farm. "We can be in each other's company," Amy continued. "We can enjoy that time. I wouldn't say we're going to be best friends or anything." Amy, who was married to Matt for 28 years up until 2015, also shared how her relationship with Caryn has evolved since the now fiancé's relationship moved out of the friend zone. "I never wanted to have anything to do with them, but yet I'm still doing a show with them," she said of the couple, who became engaged after nearly 6 years of dating in April 2023. "But that is like a job. So time changes things and you grow up, or you have a different perspective on it." Even Amy's husband, Chris Merrick, 61, has noticed the difference in their dynamic. "It's definitely gotten a lot better since I've known them," he said, noting how they often have positive conversations about matters related to their family. This season of Little People, Big World has continued to explore that shift in their relationship, as Matt revealed to Amy on a recent episode that he updated his will so that she would inherit his farm. Last year, Matt revealed his engagement exclusively to People. "After 6 wonderful years together, I asked Caryn to marry me, and she said yes," he shared. "Our plan is to enjoy our engagement, and we are looking forward to a simple but elegant wedding in 2024. More than 5 years after she and Matt finalized their divorce in April 2016, Amy married Chris Merrick in August 2021. Matt and Amy share twins Jeremy and Zach Roloff, Molly Roloff, and Jacob. The reality TV star is dad to sons Jackson and Josiah, 21 months, and daughter Layla. Zach Roloff is in full dad mode as Tori Roloff goes out of town for a girls' trip. In an exclusive clip shared with People ahead of next week's episode of Little People, Big World, the dad of 3 gets his 3 kids ready in the morning while his wife enjoys some time with her friends. Zach and Tori are parents to sons Jackson and Josiah, 21 months, as well as daughter Lila. Jackson and Layla both woke up kind of moody. "That particular morning, I wasn't quite doing everything exactly how Mom does things." Zach begins in a confessional. "Mom has a little bit more of a graceful momness. Cute little morning. Dad has a rigid, go go go. Time is an essence." The scene then switches to Zach running around his house, trying to get his kids ready for the day. "All right, Jackson, are you ready to roll? Let's go do your hair. Layla, find your shoes," Zach says as his daughter runs off. "Hey Dad, when I get older I want to be bald," Jackson tells Zach as he helps his son get ready. "Yeah, why? Because you don't want to do your hair?" Zach asks. "Yeah," Jackson responds as his dad rakes a comb through his hair. "I'm more efficient than Tori just because I'll be able to let things go." "Tori can't let things go," Zach adds in a confessional. His hair is not done, but we're running late. "Get in the car," Zach continues as the dad of 3 gives his daughter her lunchbox. "You have undies and pants on and shoes. Get in the car." Tori's "get in the car, but in a certain way. You have to look a certain way. And we have to do things a certain way," Zach says over a clip of his daughter running down the hallway, still in her pajamas. "Me? Get in the car." Zach can then be seen wrangling his 3 kids into the car, telling his son that he'd made him a whole sandwich instead of a half. "Yeah, but I wanted a half," Jackson tells his dad. "You don't have to eat the whole thing," Zach responds while his daughter can be heard saying, "Dad, help. I'm more efficient, but I also let a lot. My quality isn't as good," the dad of 3 admits in his confessional. Tori's quality is very high, no efficiency. An hour later, Zach is asked about the note he put in Jackson's lunch. "Oh my gosh. I forgot the note," he says, putting his head in his hands and laughing. "I forgot it. He'll get a note tomorrow," Tori shares her daughter, Layla Ray, and sons Jackson Kyle and Josiah Luke, 21 months, with husband Zach. Tori Roloff is experiencing some mom guilt. On Tuesday's episode of Little People Big World, the mom of 3 recounted a recent incident that happened when she brought her daughter Layla to dance class. Tori shares her 4-year-old daughter, as well as her sons Jackson Kyle and Josiah Luke, 21 months, with husband Zach Roloff. Layla has started taking dance classes and she's doing just ballet right now. I was just thinking she really needs to be socialized, and if I put her on a sports field she'd probably think that we were killing her, says Tori. I just couldn't image her doing sports, Tori continues. So I did dance and she went to 2 classes and ended up loving it, and she talks about it. She comes home and shows everyone her dance moves, and she loves it, so it stuck. Tori then recalled a specific situation that happened at a recent dance class. In front of all the dance moms, one little girl came out and said she had to go to the bathroom, so then Lila comes out and says she had to go to the bathroom, Tori says. And I'm like, no, we're not going to play this game. Just because someone else is going pee-pee, we're not going to do it. Well, 5 minutes later she peed her pants right there, and I felt like a terrible mom, so bad. It was like a whole big thing too. During the premiere of season 25 of Little People, Big World, the dad of 3 opened up about his recent brain surgery, revealing that he had to confront the very scary prospect of his family about his death. Early in the episode, Zach was seen recovering from the surgery and talking with Tori about what to watch out for in the future with his condition. Saying that it can be more intense with the kids, Zach shared that he thought about them all the time. They want to have their daddy for a while, he said. As the episode continued, Zach said everything happened so fast, and it's good to be on the other side of his surgery. He praised Tori for rallying hard and taking care of their kids. He shared it's triggering for him when he gets a headache now, explaining that it would be super sad to think that Tori would have to explain to the kids, why isn't dad here?